So UFC 295 for Hoska versus Pereira just wrapped up, and I'm going to be going through the entire card, starting with the early prelims, ending with the main event, and giving my reaction and breakdown of every single fight on the card. It was a crazy event, absolutely crazy. It was an amazing event too. Lots of great finishes, great fights, and I'm going to be going through every single one of them in today's video, as well as reviewing my picks at the end of the video too. So, we start off with the early prelim opener of Jamall Emmers versus Denis Buzukja. In this fight, I picked Jamall Emmers to win. I thought he was going to outpoint him to a decision just using his reach, but he got shit done quick, I'll tell you that much. He finished Denis Buzukja in under 50 seconds, landed a massive right hand, put him down, and then ground and pounded him to a finish. Really impressive. He would have got a bonus probably, but he did end up missing weight. So no bonus for Jamall Emmers, but a super impressive performance. I say you give him an opponent just outside the rankings, and then I say he goes to the rankings from there if he can get a win, because that was a really impressive performance. Not saying Denis Buzukja is some amazing high-level guy, but he looked really good, crisp, clean, pressure was great, and then he landed a big shot and put him away. So, good stuff from Jamall Emmers. We move on, up the card, to Joshua Van versus Kevin Borjas. I picked Joshua Van to win a 29-28 decision, and he did exactly that. I nailed this one, hit it on the head. I thought Josh Van was going to drop the first round just like he did against Xiaogas, and he did so. He dropped the first round to Kevin Borjas. He got cracked a little bit, and then he won the second pretty well. He was mixing it up to the body really well. His striking and the way he mixes shit up is so clean. Targets the body really well, goes to the leg kicks pretty good. His pressure is great. He was just walking down Borjas, who had a lot of explosivity and a lot of power in the first round, and then after the second, in the second and third, he was just walking through him, just landing body shots, gassing him out, and he won clearly 29-28 on all three scorecards. Super impressive from Josh Van. He's like 22 years of age, so really impressive from him. I want to see where he goes next. Don't rush him. Definitely give him a bunch of other guys outside the rankings. There's no need to feed him to some really high-level guy. Like, he's clearly still green. He gets cracked a little bit, but his pressure's great and his technique is really good when he gets the hands flowing. So, really impressed from Joshua Van, and I want to see him fight again relatively soon. I say get him back in there maybe February next year, maybe on a fight night. See how he fares in the Apex, you know. He's been in these crowded arenas, but I say give him a taste of the Apex and give him a couple more guys outside the rankings. But we move on up the card to John Castaneda versus Kang. I picked Castaneda to get a 30-27 decision here. I thought he was just going to land the bigger shots across 15 minutes against Kang, get in the pocket, get out, and just not take a whole lot of damage, and that's pretty much what he did. First round was pretty close. I thought it could have gone either way. Turns out the judges all gave it to him, but second and third he won clearly. The reach was causing him a little bit of problems in the first rounds, but second and third he got past the reach. He was absolutely landing his shots at will. He landed what he wanted to. Well, not at will, but he wasn't getting caught by Kang, on the end of the reach, and he was able to get in the pocket, mix in some takedowns too. He got in some good takedown shots, entries, looked pretty solid, and won a clear 30-27 decision. So I got this one, hit the nail on the head with this one too, back-to-back perfect predictions. Super good from Castaneda. I say go maybe like a Muin Gafarov, or no, he just fought Muin Gafarov, I'm stupid. Maybe like a... You could go Adrian Yanez, because I'm pretty sure he's outside the rankings now. But yeah, give him another fun striker. That'll be cool. I see him maybe, probably not making the rankings, but he could. He's a solid fighter. We move on though. Up the card, Jared Gordon versus Marco Madsen. This one was crazy. Jared Gordon, I thought he was going to get a decision, 29-28. By just being actually somewhat decent at striking, which Madsen isn't. Turns out, Marc Madsen either has no chin, or Jared Gordon hits like a truck, because he got him in the clinch and just pieced him up and put him out cold with like a cross over the top in the clinch. It was crazy to see. He put Marc Madsen out cold. Early on, I was a bit worried. Madsen was looking good in the grappling. He was really controlling him, and I'm like, geez, Gordon's just got no strength here. He's got no physicality to do anything. But turns out he landed a good uppercut out in the open. Madsen's got no chin, and then he gets in close, lands some more good uppercuts, and then just rocked him and dropped him over the top with a right hand. So impressive from Jared Gordon. Funny post-fight interview as well. He actually said he used to shoot heroin in the train station below MSG, and now he fights there. Like, that was pretty funny. He actually posted my story. He posted my reaction to the fight on his story too. I posted a quick little thing on my story about him, so he posted that, which was pretty cool. But impressive from Jared Gordon. Cool to see him get back in the win column after that Paddy Pimblett robbery. But good stuff. We move on though. Up the card, Nazim Sadykhov versus Viasheslav Borschev. This one was a crazy fight. Fight of the night is what it won. Definitely deservedly so. It ended in a draw. I picked Nazim Sadykhov to win. I thought he was going to get a submission. But turns out he can't really gain a lot of control time on Borschev. He wasn't able to take him down for prolonged periods of time. Borshev's striking was clearly way better. He was cleaner on the feet, landing the good shots in the first round, clearly won. But the second round, he was winning too, and then bam, Sadykhov caught him with a shot and then caught him with a head kick follow-up. I thought he was going to finish him. I was like, come on, get him out of there. Couldn't finish him, ended up holding him down. I would have liked to see him just stand him up, and I thought he was going to be able to keep it going and just get the finish, but he didn't. And then he clearly wins the second round 10-8. He beat the hell out of Borschev, but then third round, Borschev came back and got the strikes together well and recomposed himself, which was impressive to see. And he ended up being a draw. One judge scored it for Borschev when they didn't have the 10-8, and then two judges scored it a draw, which in my opinion was the rightful scorecard to have. I thought it was pretty clear, 28-28. But amazing fight, one fight of the night. I wouldn't mind if they rebooked it down the line as well, just to get a final close on it. But great fight. Moving on the other card, Mateusz Rabecki versus Roosevelt Roberts. Rabecki was a big favourite going in here, rightfully so. He ended up making that big minus 600 tag look pretty reasonable. He subbed Roosevelt Roberts in the first round comfortably. I thought he was going to get a KO, but he took things to the ground. Probably didn't want to stay out on the feet with the range too much, which is probably wise. And he took him down and subbed him with an armbar pretty quick into the fight. Not a whole lot to talk about. Super impressive from Rabecki though. He's definitely a problem. Look, is this the ultimate proving ground test against Roosevelt Roberts? Is this going to tell me that he's a future champion? No, but he's still a problem. He still has some fight IQ clearly. Like he's got good tools, mixes it up well. In his last fight, he fought Lower Grajtubov and pieced him up on the feet, and then in this fight, he takes down Roosevelt Roberts easily and subs him. So some good evolution in the game of Mateusz Rabecki, and I see him going pretty far in the lightweight division. I say you give him someone close to outside the rankings. Maybe Matt Frevola. Give him Matt Frevola. I say you do that fight. That's pretty cool, because Frevola won't be ranked anymore. But we move on, though. Up the card to, what's the fight? Tabatha Ricci versus Loopy Godinez. It's a solid fight. Women's MMA was not too bad, I'll be honest. Like, there were some moments. Both ladies got dropped a few times. One judge somehow scored this 30-27 for Tabatha Ricci, which was a complete awful scorecard. I had this 29-28 or 30-27 for Loopy Godinez. That's what two of the judges had it, but one absolute fill, one fucking dumb ting, yeah. He scored it 3-0 for Tabatha Ricci. Like, lil bro, she's not letting you hit. Like, she's not going to get your number after this. Like, scoring it for her does nothing. It just makes you look like an idiot. So, that guy must have had some different plans going on there with that scorecard. Must have maybe he was hoping another judge had the same sort of, that same thought process as him, and he was like, oh, maybe she'll let me hit if I score at 30-27 for her. But lil bro's not getting that Tabatha Ricci bunda. That's not what's happening. But regardless, impressive from Loopy Godinez. She looked good on the feet across pretty much all the time. She was getting caught she got dropped towards the end of the first and the second round, just flash knockdown sort of. So I was hoping, but apart from that, she won every second of the fight. Because I was hoping the judges weren't going to see that and be like, oh, give her the round, which one of them did. But I don't know how they gave her the third. Like, the third round, there was no flash knockdown. It was all Loopy Godinez. And some judge still gave it to Tabatha Ricci. But regardless, impressive performance from Loopy Godinez. She's going to move to like number 10 in the rankings now. I say you do Mackenzie Dern, because they're both straw. Yeah, do Mackenzie Dern. That's a pretty clear fight to make in my opinion. But we move on though, up to, no, not the main card. The prelim headliner, Steve Erceg versus Alessandro Costa. This was actually a pretty fun fight. The third round was uneventful, but first two were great. Steve Erceg dropped Costa bad in the first, got some control time. I thought he was going to get him out of there, but he didn't. Still though, really impressive performance. And then in the second round, Costa was landing some huge shots, and I was like, how is Erceg not even getting dropped by these? I think he might have got dropped once, maybe. But the first two rounds, it was 1-1 going into the third, and then Steve Erceg basically just did what he needed to. Didn't try and please the fans or anything like that, so we weren't blessed with a crazy third round, but we were presented with a clear 29-28. Oh, also, sorry, for the last one, I called Loopy Godinez by split decision to 29-28, so called that shit too. Fuck, too good at this shit. But Steve Erceg, I also called him by unanimous decision, 29-28. So I nailed that shit too. You can call me Mystic Left Lane because I predict these things, yeah. Don't fucking play with me. I know what I'm talking about with these picks, yeah. But I picked Steve Erceg, 29-28 decision. I thought the leg kicks for Costa were going to be a big factor. He didn't land too many leg kicks, but he landed some really good right hands, which won in the second round. But Steve Erceg did what he needed to, held on, and got the unanimous decision win. Solid for him. Just rebook the Schnell fight, I guess. You can do that. Who cares? That'll be fun. We move on, though, up the card to the main card. Diego Lopes versus Pat Sabatini. Diego Lopes, absolute G. The emo kid is rising fast. He's an awesome fighter. I love Diego Lopes. I picked him to win by KO. I thought it was going to be later on. I said round 3 KO. But he got it done in the first by TKO. Crazy stuff from Diego Lopes. It was not even clear really what cracked him. Like, he stuffed the takedown of Pat Sabatini and then just put out leather on him now. He just put those shots on him and rocked Pat Sabatini up badly and TKO'd him in the first round. Really impressive from Diego Lopes. He got a performance bonus too, which is rightfully deserved. It was a crazy finish. This guy's a future star at featherweight. I'm telling you, he's going to be the guy to actually bring some attention to featherweight. This guy's rookie of the year by far. Came in on short notice. Movsar Evloev fought him to a decision, almost won in my eyes and in a lot of people's eyes. Then he goes out there and like flying triangle, flying arm bars, what's his name? Gavin Tucker in 1:30, and then he just gets Pat Sabatini out of there in like 2.5 minutes. Like, crazy stuff from Diego Lopes, absolute legend. Give him a top 15 opponent next. I say you rank him number 15 here. I think he should be above whoever is number 15. I think, let me just check that now actually. I just want to see who's ranked number 15 right now. I apologize for this. I should have been prepared, but it just came to me just then. So UFC rankings. I'm pretty sure maybe it's Lerone Murphy's ranked number 15. I'm not sure. But regardless, let me just see. Give him number 15 spot. He should be number 15. Let's see here. Got it here. Number 15 is Alex Caceres. Yeah, he should be ranked number 15. Alex Caceres is coming off a loss. His only recent win is against Daniel Planeta. So, rank Diego Lopes number 15. And then you give him... Let me look at the rankings. Bryce Mitchell. Give him Bryce Mitchell next. If it doesn't do Bryce Mitchell because he's fighting up, you do like Dan Ige. That's a little bit less of a jump. Or you do the loser of Emmett versus Chikadze. You could do that one too, which would be pretty sick. But yeah, I'm not saying send him to the top 5 straight away. I'm not saying do like a fucking Kelvin Cater and then he might just get fraud checked. I'm just saying like... He's already fought Movsar Evloev, who's I think number 9. So one more check at the rankings right now. So Murphy's 14... Ige's 13. I couldn't care less about that. Sadiq Youssef, maybe. Don't do Barboza. That's just mean to Barboza. I say Bryce Mitchell's ranked number 10. I say you do that. You probably wouldn't go above Movsar since he's ranked number 9. But I say, yeah, Bryce Mitchell versus Diego Lopes. I'm pretty sure Lopes called him out too. That'd be a sick fight to watch in the grappling, but I think Lopes tortures him on the feet. Because this guy's got some serious intent in his striking. He puts punches together pretty well. So, crazy win from Diego Lopes. Performance bonus, much deserved, and I'm looking forward to seeing him soon. Future star of the featherweight division. I'm telling you, I picked this. Hey, let me just see this one other thing. On my best bets video, I had some questionable picks, but... Listen to this. I had Diego Lopes at plus 100, Diego Lopes KO at plus 450, Pat Sabatini more than 2 takedowns, so I got that wrong. Lopes finish at plus 165, and then fight to not go the distance at minus 182. So I hit pretty much all of those. I thought Pat was going to take him down a few times because Lopes was just going to welcome the guard, but he got it done way quicker than expected. Impressive performance from Diego Lopes. Bryce Mitchell next, future star of the featherweight division. I'm telling you, I want to see Brian Ortega down the line too. This guy's fucking awesome. Love Diego Lopes. But we move on though, up the card to another guy who put on an impressive performance. It's Benoit St. Denis against Matt Frevola. He but he KO'd Matt Frevola in 1:30. Crazy stuff. Performance bonus, 100% deserved. He came out there, it was pretty close. I was nervous about this fight because I was looking forward to this all week. I was like, I really want Benoit to win. He's a guy I've been high on since the Bonfim fight. Like, as soon as I saw that Bonfim, like, even before it was done, I just saw that and I'm like, I like this guy, Benoit St. Denis. Like, he's fucking cool. But He goes out there, he pulls a guillotine early and falls off, so that wasn't an ideal start. Then he reverses, which was a sick reversal. They both get back up. Then Frevola ends up with a nice takedown, so fair play. But then Benoit gets back up, a little bit of pressure, a little bit of clinching, and then they break off on the clinch, and he catches him with a massive, I'm pretty sure, left high kick as Frevola was circling away, and just put him down. I think one hammer fist, and then he put him out cold. So crazy stuff from Benoit Saint Denis. Performance bonus without a doubt. One of the better KOs of the month, of the year, whatever you want to say. Crazy KO. So Frevola was ranked number 14. I think he should go above Frevola, to be honest. I think you rank him like number 12, number 11. Let me look at the lightweight rankings here. I'm taking up too much time here looking at these rankings. I do apologise, ladies and gentlemen. But, so Frevola's number 14. He goes above him. I think he goes above Moicano, number 13. I think he goes above Bobby Green, number 12. I think he goes above Jalen Turner, number 11. And I think he goes above RDA, number 10. I say Frevola's ranked number 10 in my opinion. I don't think you have him above Dan Hooker just yet, but I wouldn't mind it. But I say, yeah, I say rank him number 10, and I say do Mateusz Gamrot next in a Fight Night main event. I would not even be mad about that. I say you do Fight Night main event, UFC France. Doesn't need to be gone all the time. I'm telling you, it doesn't need to be gone. You can do 2 Paris cards in a year. Like, you can do one in September. You do September can be gone. And he can fight on that too, for fuck's sake. But, like, I'm saying March, maybe, February, late February. He's been active. Like, he fought July, then he fought 2 months later in September, then he fought 2 months later in November. So, December, January, I say February. Give him 3 months. I say you do February, you do Gamrot, you do a Fight Night main event in Paris, maybe March, even April if it takes that long, but and then turn him around for September if he wins that. Like, this guy, I'm telling you, he's a star. He's going to star potential. I think he's going to make the top 5. I think he's a fucking problem for everybody because that head kick was vicious. And his reversals are great too. Look, I would be worried that Gamrot might take him down, but I see him definitely dominating Gamrot on the feet. And then I think he gets back up from the takedown. So, getting a bit carried away here though. He's not there yet. He's not fighting. We haven't got that fight booked, but when that fight's booked is when I'll talk about it. But I love Benoit Saint Denis. I think he's sick. I say test the grappling a little bit more. Test someone who's going to offensively grapple him. He called for the BMF belt. He called for Islam. He called for everyone. He called for Gaethje, who was crowd side. Definitely a fight that I want to see down the line. The battle of the head kicks, you know. But crazy win from Benoit Saint Denis. Super impressive performance. Matt Frevola and him, they showed respect afterwards. Both the veterans, obviously. Matt Frevola gave him a salute, which was a cool moment to see, all jokes aside. But impressive win from Benoit Saint Denis. I look forward to seeing him back in there next. And we move on up the card to Mackenzie Dern versus Jessica Andrade. Oh my god. Talk about going from a sick, epic moment to just absolute stupidity. Mackenzie Dern does not know how to strike. She got KO'd or TKO'd by Jessica Andrade in the second round. She's got no defense. Her striking defense is terrible. She doesn't know how to defend punches. Swings with her chin up, leaves herself open, and can't complete takedowns either. So, easy win for Andrade. I'm happy to see it. That's 5 fights for her this year, 2-3 record. I'm happy to see her get a win after. Like, it was a tough streak. Even though I picked Dern and I had her picks, I had some bets on Dern. Like, I'm glad to see Andrade get back in the win column. She's a fun fighter to watch. She's always good. It's not like Andrade is that good, obviously. She was swinging wild too. She even got cracked at times by Dern, but you don't beat lesbians in the pocket. When you're trading boxing with lesbians in the pocket, you don't come out on top. Like, Dern, you're straight. We can tell that by looking at you. You're too hot to be lesbian. And if you're going to trade with a lesbian in the pocket, you're going to lose. And that's just what happened. So, crazy win from Andrade. Good to see her get back in the win column. I say you do... Who do you do next for Andrade? Loopy Godinez next. I said that. You do or maybe do Dern, actually. So, I say Andrade versus Lemos. You do lesbian fight, lesbian power rematch. That maybe, I guess. I don't know. Someone like that. Or if, like, you do Whaley versus... I think give her some time off, you know. Like, she doesn't need to fight this much. Maybe do like a Marina Rodriguez. I don't know. Andrade has literally fought everyone. Her record's stupid. But yeah, we move on though. Up the card. to Sergey Pavlovich. He got chinned by Tom Aspinall in the first round. He's a great fighter. I'd love to fight him for the interim title. I already did. And I beat him in the first round by KO. This was a crazy performance, like a very impressive win from Tom Aspinall. I'll put my hands up and say I was wrong. I thought Sergey Pavlovich was going to catch him and put him away in the first. I thought the power was going to be too much, but it's speed. It's different speed at heavyweight, man. It is what it is. Like, he's just quicker than everyone, Tom Aspinall. His punching speed is just ridiculously quick, and he's got power on the end of the shots too. It's not like a Gun who's super quick but then doesn't hit with as much stud. Like, Aspinall's got some power in there too. I should have known Pavlovich's chin was a bit questionable after he got put out by ground and pound by Overeem, but I thought, I was like, he's not going to beat him on the feet. Like, I knew obviously technically Aspinall was better, but I was like, he's going to come in with his chin up and he's going to get cracked. And he caught one big shot, like he ate one shot, but Aspinall's just better, man. He's quicker to the punch and you can't be lumbering in with him. Like, Pavlovich against Blades and stuff, he comes in, he goes like, deuce, 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 deuce. But then with Aspinall, it's different. He's just like, ba-bam, like, he's like, ba-ba-ba, like, ba-ba. Like, Aspinall's just quick with it. Like, he comes in, Pavlovich just comes in and is like, deuce, deuce, and then Aspinall, ba-bang, and just puts him down. Like, it's just different. When you can hit someone with 2 punches before they hit you with 1 at heavyweight, you're gonna win. Like, it's just how it is. And I know that now, and I'm picking Aspinall in every fight against anyone in the future from now on, so... Really impressive win from Tom Aspinall. He is the interim champion of the world. Well deserved. Impressive. I say you do. I think they should. Like, I know it won't happen and it's mean, but I think Stipe, you got to just defend it in the meantime. I think Aspinall should be campaigning to be defending this title. Get people to really view you as the heavyweight champion, not like interim champion. Like, get people to go, nah, fuck John Jones. He can fucking fight for the belt when he comes back. Like, not like you're fighting Jones for his belt. Jones is coming back and fighting you for your belt. Like, that's what Aspinall should be trying to do. Maybe do Garn in London. I wouldn't mind that. And yeah, I think you got to defend him with the interim title. Because I know they're saying, oh, Jones is going to be fine. Like, UFC 300. Like, bro, he's not back for UFC 300. He tore his fucking pec. It's a torn muscle. He's not going to be back. It'll be like International Fight Week. And I don't want to see Aspinall sit out for 8 months when he's uninjured and is completely fine. So, I say March, O2 Arena, pay-per-view or fight night. You could probably do a fight night with an interim title, but now you got a champ. So, if Leon beats Colby, I say you do Leon versus, like, Shovcut London, and then Aspinall versus Garn main event, Leon versus Shovcut co-main event. Like, Arnold Allen, if he beats Movzar versus someone, like, I don't know, just do the, like, versus, like, Brian Ortega or some shit like that. Just get these London fighters on there. There's no excuse to not make a great London pay-per-view. Like, the last pay-per-view in London was kind of mid. It was Edwards Usman, which was a great main event. Gaethje Fiziev, great co-main. What was the third fight? It was, like, what was the third fight, man? It was, like, Vittori Dolidze was on the card. It was, like, Gunnar Nelson against, like, Brian Barberino or some bullshit. Like, it was just weird. I don't know what they're doing with the London cards, but I think they should. Look, you've got so many fucking guys. Like, get Lerone Murphy on there, get Paddy on there, like, get all these guys. You've got 2 UK champions now, and you've got a top 5 contender in Arnold Allen. So, make a stacked UK pay-per-view or fight night. I say do pay-per-view, honestly. And then, yeah, just do that, man. Like, fucking hell. I want to see Aspinall get back in there. Pavlovich, it's tough. I was really looking forward to seeing him get a win here. I thought he was going to win. I thought it was going to be sick. And I wanted Pavlovich to just be that unbeatable new Ngannou type of guy. But he's not that guy, unfortunately. As of right now, he's got some work to do. He needs to get quicker. His chin's a little bit iffy. But yeah, it's Aspinall, man. He's too quick. I say you just do Pavlovich versus some fat heavyweight. Like, do Tybura or some shit like that. Just easy. Bang, make it happen. Like, just chuck it on the prelims of a pay-per-view or something. Chuck it on the prelims of a pay-per-view. Chuck it as like the co-main event of a fight night. Like, just do that, man, honestly. Pavlovich will win easily. Like, this isn't that bad of a like stock decreasing performance for Pavlovich. It's just he's got shown that he's no longer that. Like, he's no longer unbeatable on the feet. Like, that was how he was viewed. He's not viewed as that anymore, but I still think he beats pretty much everyone in heavyweight. But we move on though. Up the card to Alex Pereira versus Yuri Prochazka. Shama, Luta, Dazanya. Second round KO, Dazanya, Luta, Shama. Alex Pereira got it done by round 2 KO, which I predicted him to. A little bit of an early stoppage. That's the kind of iffy thing here, which is annoying. When you got a new champion of the world, you kind of want to be like, crazy, look how good that was. No questions asked. But look, there was a bit of controversy with the stoppage. I can't speak. But ultimately, he put him down bad. And even Yuri said he was kind of out. Like, I think he lands a few more ground and pound shots. He probably does go out. But you got to let it happen. We got to see for sure. So, unfortunate stoppage ending to the fight. It probably could have been let go a little bit longer, but regardless, super impressive from Alex Pereira. He was chewing up his legs early in the fight, which was super impressive. I picked him to do that too. And then Prochazka was having some success with the forward pressure. He was pushing him back, landing some big shots. But then in that second round, when he ended up getting put down, he came in a bit reckless. His hands are down here. He's standing up like this. His hands are like, oh, Shama. And then he's got, boom, just gets chinned. So, it was tough for Yuri. He handles himself with class. So, I like Yuri, man. Have him fight the winner of Blachowicz versus Rakic. That's who he can fight. I think either of those would be a great main event for like a Europe fight night. That would be sick. It's not like this decreases Yuri's stock too much. It's not an embarrassing performance. Like, he had moments. He's got to defend the leg kicks, though, because if he fights a guy in like Blachowicz or Rakic, then he's going to get his legs chewed up. So, good stuff from Yuri. Great stuff from Alex, though. He's the new champion of the world in how many fights? He fought Michailidis, Bruno Silva, Sean Strickland, Adesanya twice, and Blachowicz. 7 fights. 7 fights. 4 of the fights on his resume are champions/former champions. 4 or 5. Or 4 wins against former champions. So he beat Strickland, he beat Adesanya, he lost to Adesanya, beat Blachowicz, former champion, and now beat Yuri, former champion. This guy's speed running fucking top 10 all-time status. If he beats Jamall Hill, that's a 5th former champion. We're getting ahead of ourselves, but he very well could beat Jamall Hill. Like, that's something that is very realistic to happen, maybe. Like, Hill could definitely win, but he could beat Jamall Hill. If he does that, a title defense at light heavyweight, winning the belt at middleweight, 8 fights, 5 former champions. Crazy. So, really impressive stuff from Alex Pereira. Happy that he got it done. I picked him to win by second round TKO or KO. I thought he was going to get like a head kick or something, but whatever. Same shit. Like, who gives a fuck? So, crazy impressive from Alex Pereira. Really good card. Amazing card. I would give it ultimately like a 9.45 out of 10. Pavlovich lost, so it goes down a little bit. Why'd Pavlovich have to lose? But yeah, regardless, sick card, 9.5 out of 10. The highlights, obviously, Emmers KO, Gordon KO, Rabecki sub, Sadykhov versus Borschev was a great fight. Lopes's KO, Benoit KO, Andrade TKO or KO, Aspinall KO, Pereira KO. Like, amazing card. On my picks, I think I went 10, 2, and 1. So I got Emmers right, I got Van right, got Castaneda right, Gordon right, Sadykhov was a draw. I got Godinez right, Erceg, Lopes, Benoit, Alex, Sergey, and then I got Andrade wrong. But whatever. Fucking hell. Sick card. 10, 2, and 1 ain't bad at all. But yeah, amazing card. Good stuff, guys. I've got a 100 subscriber special coming up pretty soon, which is going to be about ranking all of the countries in the world based on a certain aspect. I'll leave it at that. I'll give some mystery. So I'm not going to spoil too much, but all you guys know is I'm probably going to get fucking cancelled and someone's going to get mad because the title of the video is going to be ranking every country in the world from worst to best. So yeah. That's good stuff. I'll see you guys in the next video. Like and subscribe. Peace out, everybody. Woo!